I often hear people say they don't have time to practice English, or that they don't know what exactly they should do every day. But the truth is, building strong English skills doesn't require hours of studying. What matters is consistency, showing up every day, even for a short moment, and creating small habits that slowly turn into big improvement. Today, I want to share how I practice English every single day, in a natural, relaxed, and sustainable way. This isn't about strict schedules or textbook routines. It's about weaving English into your daily life so it becomes something you enjoy, not something you struggle with. My day usually begins in a very simple way. Right after I wake up, before touching my phone or checking messages, I give myself just 1 minute to think in English. I don't force myself to produce perfect sentences. I simply describe my thoughts as if I'm talking to myself. It might be something like, I didn't sleep very well last night, or I'm looking forward to having coffee, or even I'm still half asleep but I'm trying. Starting the day with English puts my brain into the right mode and reminds me that learning is part of my daily routine, not something separate from life. When I make breakfast, I usually turn on a short podcast or a YouTube video in English. It doesn't have to be educational. Sometimes it's an interview, a cooking video, or someone talking about life experiences. The goal isn't to understand every word but to let English flow into my ears naturally. I treat it like background music. After listening for a few minutes, I often repeat 1 or 2 sentences out loud. I don't mimic perfectly, I just try to catch the rhythm, the tone, and the feeling of the speaker. That small act of imitation wakes up my speaking muscle without any pressure. On my way to work or while walking outside, I like to observe things around me and quietly name them in English. I describe the weather, the buildings, or the people passing by. Something like, the sky looks beautiful today, or that person is walking so fast he must be late for something. This type of real-life narration strengthens fluency because it teaches you to think spontaneously. English becomes less of a school subject and more of a living tool for expression. During work breaks, when I scroll through social media, I intentionally follow accounts that post short, useful English content. Sometimes I save phrases that I find interesting or expressions that native speakers use casually. I don't try to memorize them immediately. Instead, I use them once or twice in a sentence later in the day. Using new expressions in real life makes them stick naturally, without the pain of traditional memorization. If I have a conversation opportunity during the day, even a small one, I try to switch to English. When I talk to myself, I rehearse small dialogues in my mind. I imagine ordering coffee, asking someone about their day, or talking about a recent movie. These tiny rehearsals may seem silly, but they train your brain to react quickly. Fluency is not about knowing every word, it's about being able to respond without freezing. In the afternoon, when my energy is low, I usually watch something short in English, maybe a clip from a TV show or a short speech. After watching, I pause for a moment and explain what I just saw in my own words. It doesn't have to be perfect or detailed. Even a sentence like, "This video was about a girl who tried something new and failed but learned from it," helps build summarizing skills, which are incredibly important for advanced speaking. Later in the day, when I'm alone or walking home, I take a few minutes to practice speaking out loud. This is something many people avoid because they feel embarrassed. But speaking alone is one of the most effective ways to grow confidence. I talk about anything: my plans for the evening, something that annoyed me, or something that made me happy. I let my thoughts flow freely. Sometimes I realize that I don't know how to express something, and that's okay. When I get home, I look up the missing words. That's how learning happens naturally. In the evening, I spend a little time reading. It could be an article, a blog post, or a few pages from a book. I don't force myself to read fast or finish a chapter. The goal is exposure. When I encounter new expressions, I highlight them but don't stop the flow. Later, I come back and try to create my own example sentences. Writing your own examples is like building your personal dictionary, one phrase at a time. Before bed, I like to do one final activity, a very small reflection in English. I think about my day, what went well, what didn't, and what I learned. It doesn't have to be long. Sometimes it's just 5 or 6 sentences. Today was hectic, but I handled things well. I learned a new expression from a video. I practiced speaking during my walk. I'm tired now, but I'm proud that I kept up with my routine. Ending the day in English locks the language into your memory and prepares your brain to store it overnight. To build a daily habit, I remind myself constantly that I don't need to be perfect. In fact, the more mistakes I make, the faster I grow. I used to worry about grammar, pronunciation, and sounding like a native speaker. But I realized that communication matters far more than correctness. English is not about showing off, it's about connecting with people, expressing yourself, and opening new opportunities. Once I understood that, everything became lighter and more enjoyable. The most important part of practicing English every day is not discipline, it's identity. You start improving when you see yourself as someone who uses English, even if you're still learning. Once you accept that identity, English fits naturally into your life. You don't need to force yourself anymore. You do it because it feels like part of who you are becoming. By practicing English in small, meaningful ways throughout the day, you build a habit that can last for years. You stop worrying about missing a study session because English is everywhere around you, in your thoughts, in your routines, and in the moments you describe your life. It becomes something you do without thinking, like brushing your teeth or drinking water. And that's the secret to long-term fluency. This is how I practice English every day. Not with pressure, not with perfection, but with small acts of consistency, curiosity, and enjoyment. If you follow even part of this approach, you'll notice that English slowly becomes more natural, more comfortable, and even more fun. And one day, you'll realize you're speaking more fluently, not because you studied harder, but because you made English a natural part of your life.